Hello friends, to continue our discussion regarding nitrogen operations, here we will discuss calculation of nitrogen volume factor. As we have already discussed in our previous tutorial that nitrogen volume factor is used for a number of applications, and the most fundamental application of nitrogen volume factor is in the calculation of tubing displacement with nitrogen. So whenever we have to perform an exercise regarding tubing displacement, we first need to calculate nitrogen volume factor. So in this tutorial, we will start solving a problem related to tubing displacement with nitrogen, and we will calculate nitrogen volume factor. And in our upcoming tutorial, in the next tutorial, we will complete this exercise and we will see that how to calculate tubing displacement volume of the nitrogen. So here is our question, that how much volume of nitrogen is required to completely displace the tubing for below given well data. Here we have a given well with the different informations. So we have to calculate how much volume of nitrogen is required if we want to completely displace this tubing. So the well data is tubing. Here we have 278 inch with 6.5 pound per foot weight. End of tubing is 8000 foot, and the gravity or density of the produced fluid, that is oil, is 9.5 ppg. Casing size is 5.5 inch. Wellhead pressure when the well is filled with 9.5 ppg fluid is 500 psi. Top of perforation 8500. This is the top of perforation, and the temperature at the surface is 80 degree Fahrenheit, whereas the geothermal gradient of the formation is 1 degree Fahrenheit per 100 feet. So let's start our calculation. So in the calculation of NVF, the first step is that we have to calculate the bottom hole pressure using the given well data. So bottom hole pressure is equal to pressure of column of oil plus wellhead pressure. We know that if we want to calculate the pressure of a given fluid column, then we'll use the formula of hydrostatic, 0.052 into rho into h. So 0.052 into density of the fluid into the length of the interval for which we want to calculate the pressure. Because we want to displace the tubing and the length of the tubing is 8000 foot, so we'll use 8000 feet plus wellhead pressure. Wellhead pressure is 500 psi. When we'll solve this equation, we'll get 4452 psi. So this is the first step, bottom hole pressure calculation. Next step is we have to find out the wellhead pressure from the nitrogen table. So for that we will use this nitrogen table. We are available with the nitrogen engineering book, in which we have the charts for different bottom hole pressure and well depth. So using the well depth, which is 8000 foot in our case, and the bottom hole pressure, which we have just calculated, 4452, we'll calculate wellhead pressure. So from here, well depth, we'll select this 8000 and then we'll move vertically upward in front of 4452. So it is approximately equal to 4500. So this is our point. From this point we will read the value of wellhead pressure. Here we have wellhead pressure on these lines. Our required point is this one. So this line is 3750 and the below line is 3500. Our point is approximately in between. So we'll just interpolate and we'll find out the intermediate point between these 2 points, 3500 and 3750. When we'll take average or just interpolate, we will get approximately 3600 psi. 3600 psi is in between of 3500 and 3750. We have to just approximate the value. So we'll have 3600 psi. That is the wellhead pressure. The concept of this pressure is that when we'll pump nitrogen against pressure of 4452 bottom hole pressure, our surface pressure of the nitrogen will be 3600 psi. So we have to calculate the wellhead pressure for this bottom hole pressure at 8000 foot depth. The next step is we have to calculate the average of this bottom hole pressure and wellhead pressure. Simply we'll just add both these quantities and we'll divide by 2. We'll get this number 4026 psi. The next step is the calculation of bottom hole temperature. For the calculation of bottom hole temperature, we have to use the given gradient. We are given 1 degree Fahrenheit per 100 feet. So we'll multiply this gradient with 8000 foot, that is the tubing length, and we'll add the surface temperature. We were given that surface temperature is 80 degree Fahrenheit. So when we'll solve this equation, we will get 160 degree Fahrenheit. And now we'll calculate the average temperature. Our surface temperature was 80 degree Fahrenheit and our bottom hole temperature is 160 degree Fahrenheit. We'll just add these two quantities and we'll divide by 2. We'll get this number, 120 degree Fahrenheit. Now up till now we have calculated the two main parameters. The first one is average pressure and the average temperature. Now we'll calculate nitrogen volume factor from the Nitrogen Handbook. In the Nitrogen Handbook we have data for all the pressure and temperature ranges. For this particular scenario, we'll use this particular data table. So on the vertical side we have pressure and on the horizontal side we have temperature. So our temperature is 120 degree Fahrenheit average temperature. So we'll move to 120, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 120. On 120 column we'll move downward until we reach our required pressure. Our pressure is, average pressure is 4026, approximately 4000. So this is the 4000. So 120 and 4000. So this 1215 is our number, because our pressure is a little bit more, 4026. So we'll take the this 4100, this is 1237, this is 1215. If we just interpolate, we just take average, etc., so we'll get 1225 SCF per barrel. This 1225 SCF per barrel is the nitrogen volume factor for this particular well bore. Now we have to use this NEF for the calculation of the tubing displacement, which we will perform in our next tutorial. So in this particular tutorial we have just learned that how to calculate nitrogen volume factor when the well data is given. That's it. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.